Hi, welcome back to my channel, The Circle of Life. What is the circle of life? In the last video I spoke to us about that everyone is on a journey in life, no matter what profession you find yourself. Today I want to delve into that circle of life. What is the circle of life? Is it something you can actually see? Or is it something that has been depicted in the movie to you that you think does not exist? So, the circle of life basically means the season of life. There are different seasons in our world. So, we have autumn, winter, spring, and summer. Not in any particular order. But it's really important to know that these seasons also affect our lives in general. Or our lives can be likened to those seasons. I'll tell you a story. It's a story of two young people back in the village in Africa, somewhere in Africa. I won't mention the name. One of them, a boy called Ayo, and the other one, Zuri, who is a girl. These two were inseparable. So much that even during the days when they're sent on errands, they hide in the woods under a mango tree and they're eating mangoes and giggling and laughing at people who walk by or pass by in their village. But as time went on, life began to change. Things began to shift. Aya was upset more often. Zuri was angry more often. And no one could tell why. Ayo was finding his place in life. He wanted to know exactly why he existed. Let's just say he wanted to find out what purpose he was here to fulfill on earth. On the other hand, Zuri wanted to know why her brother was so distant and so money driven, and why he had to shatter the relationship that they had together as a family because of the chase of money. So these two friends along the line separated. They never met under the mango tree anymore. They never saw anyone within the village. They just went about their normal duties. Sensing that there was more to this, Baba Mustafa, who is the village elder, who usually sits under the baobab tree in the village to tell stories to the children, noticed the two of them in the town square and he beckoned to Ayo and Zuri to join him for a story that evening. Baba Mustafa began. Seasons come and seasons go. What are you doing with your season? As an elderly person, Baba Mustafa had been through so many seasons, and I think he was better placed to talk about seasons. So he started his story with, there's a tree that was once planted, but when that tree was planted, it did not come out of the ground. There was no rain. Everywhere was dry. And everyone felt there was not going to be a tree coming out of the ground anymore. It says, but at the scent of water, the tree will bud. But when will this water come? Hearing this, Ayo pecked up and looked up at Baba Mustafa and said to himself, maybe Baba Mustafa is about to touch on something very important that will point him to the purpose of his life. Baba Mustafa, turning to him, said, seasons teach lessons. Every season comes with a promise of a lesson, and you have to find it. Still not sure what to think of what Baba Mustafa said, his eyes lit up with gladness and joy like, oh wow, there's something to learn in this season. I didn't know that. And then Baba Mustafa turned from Ayo to Zuri and said, sometimes we have to sow seasons of patience and forgiveness when we are hurt. Almost like he knew what these two young people were going through. At the end of the story, Baba Mustafa did not say a single thing to Ayo or Zuri, and he allowed everyone go on their separate ways. But as they walked on the river bank towards their huts and their houses, Ayo set out with an anguish. I thought I was made for more. I thought I needed to do something more extraordinary to actually make a difference. Zuri laughed, not sure what to make of what Ayo was saying. He says, if you think you are angry, at having to look at so many things and wanting to do more. I've been angry and frustrated at my brother for tearing apart our family. I think I should sow the seed of patience and forgiveness at him. They both giggled again, like the issues in their life never happened, and they walked home. So what is the moral of this story? The moral is change is constant. Change brings seasons into our lives, and these seasons have lessons to teach us. And it's important to always learn the lessons of each season, like Baba Mustafa says. It comes with a promise to learn. I'll help us with 3 points that I think will be applicable to our life and also help us on our journey, and also help me because I'm learning too. So the first thing I think we can take from that story is we always have to exercise patience. If we're to run 1,000 miles, yes, it begins with one step, but a one step in the right direction, and learning every step of the way through every season. The next thing that I think will benefit, number 2, is embrace change. That is the only constant thing that we have in this world. Seasons change, life happens to every one of us. Today you can be joyful, tomorrow you can be sad. The day after you might have a large breakthrough, and the next you are not sure where the breakthrough is going to come from. And then the final thing that we can always count on is give yourself the gift of forgiveness and moving forward. You see, when someone hurts us or we feel aggrieved by someone, it's important to always remember that it's not about that person, whether the person says sorry or doesn't. We always have to remember that we are the important person in that picture. Our hearts are always helping us understand our environment. And it is that same heart that is aggrieved in every situation or challenge that we come across with our fellow humans, family, and loved ones, or colleagues at work. So remember those 3 things. Embrace patience. Change is constant, and also enjoy change. And then the final thing is give yourself the gift of forgiveness. So I don't know whether this short story has helped you in one way or the other, or has just helped enlighten or illuminated an idea or thought in you that you can either forgive someone or retrospectively think about where you are at and what you think you need to do, and give yourself the gift of patience and embrace change. So if this video has blessed you or has added value to you, please click the bell notification icon and you could be notified of the next video when we upload it. Give us a thumbs up, it helps our video, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.